Greetings, esteemed viewer. I'm Trainer Nick, and it's that time of the year where I'm going to talk about movies that I liked and movies that I didn't. Keep in mind, my list is going to be a little bit different to most other people's, in that it's not really a list of my top 5. It's not a top 5 list. It's not a, like, number 5 is the movie that I liked least on this list, number 1 is the movie that I liked most on this list. Because what happens for me is when I like something, or when I like things, they reach a certain point, and then they all plateau out, and they're on the level of I like them, and then there's a level slightly above that of I love them. I don't really have top 5s, top 10s, whatever. They're difficult to do, and I'm not very good at them. Also, the movies that I'm choosing that I really liked this year, you might not have. I know that one in particular was a huge base breaker, split the line right down the middle of who liked it and who didn't. And a lot of movies I didn't actually see this year. I didn't see a lot of movies this year because finances, they're not fun. But the movies that I did see, let's talk about them. And first off, I don't think The Hobbit is one of my top 5. I did see it, and it wasn't a bad movie. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. I can't quite put my finger on what it is either. Like, it was still good. And I remember being entertained. I just didn't think it was that great. I did enjoy the first one better. And maybe it was just Andy Serkis's Gollum. I don't know. I enjoyed the first one better until they got to Smaug. Because you see Smaug, you hear Benedict Cumberbatch's voice coming out of this. Smaug the dragon is amazingly animated. He's so big and frightening, as you can tell that Bilbo would be scared shitless of him because this is a giant dragon. Smaug was definitely the best part of that movie. Also, like, you can't say that Legolas was there for no reason, because the way that the plot has gone, yeah, Legolas sort of needed to be there a few times. But that's because they put shit in the first movie that wasn't from the book, and I'm not the kind of person who says, that's not from the book, you can't have it in the movie, because it works a lot of the time. In this case, it means that they have to force Legolas on us, and it is really noticeable how much they are forcing Legolas into the movie. Because he's there so much, interrupting so much of the original plot, and it's really glaring because it's Legolas, it's Orlando Bloom. It's not like it's Aragorn, it's not Viggo Mortensen coming back to do something awesome, it's not Gimli coming back to be awesome, it's Legolas. And for some reason, he's changed his eye color in between movies. And it's really glaring. And I didn't like him there. Which would be a small thing if he wasn't, there a lot. Anyway, I wasn't a huge fan. Well, I don't know. I might see The Hobbit again. I might see it again and give it another chance. I did not like it the first time around. So there's that. Movies that I did like, though. I really enjoyed Thor 2. I thought it was much better than the first one. The first one was my least favourite of the Phase 1 movies from the MCU. Thor 2, I really, really enjoyed. I thought the humour was good. The chemistry that every actor had on screen was great. Except maybe Malekith. And I enjoyed the whole thing. I really did. I don't understand don't quite understand the Loki plot at the end, which I won't say because spoilers, dude. But I really want to talk about it. And on that note, people who complain about spoilers about something that has been out for quite some time are the worst kind of people. Because if you haven't seen it yet, about 3 months now after it's come out, you can't really call yourself enough of a fan to want to see it that badly, and if you're just getting into it, then it's available. You can watch it soon. And if you didn't want spoilers, it doesn't apply here because this is just a generic list, but most people complain about spoilers on reviews of that thing specifically. If you don't want spoilers of that thing, don't watch, read, or otherwise interact with that thing. That's stupid. Ridiculously stupid. So yeah, Thor 2, spoilers. What else did I enjoy this year? I thought that I enjoyed the Wolverine, and then I didn't, because I rewatched it and realized that, yeah, it was better than Origins, but, it wasn't that great. So Wolverine's not part of this list. Actually, this list is kind of small, so maybe The Hobbit will go on it. Most of my adding to this list is just movies that I would buy again on DVD. And, yeah. So we've got Thor, I guess we'll add The Hobbit, that's 2. And I definitely know what the last 3 are. I did not like Man of Steel. I did not like it. I thought it was a horrible, horrible representation of Superman. It was loud and overblown. The only part of Man of Steel that I really liked is the soundtrack, is the score. So, Man of Steel, you're pretty bad. You need to fix that. I really liked Iron Man 3, and that's the Base Breaker movie. People hated Iron Man 3, and I can understand why. The part that they hated, the big Mandarin twist, I knew when I was watching it in the theater, I knew this is going to make people angry. I didn't know how angry it was going to make people. My counterpoint to the people who got angry at that and claim that it's a bad movie because of the Mandarin twist, you are so very wrong. First of all, have you actually read a comic with Mandarin in it? People are up in arms going, the Mandarin is like Lex Luthor for Superman, you have to do him right. No, he's completely different to Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor has intelligence, is cunning, and, actually gets shit done. Mandarin is an arrogant kung fu guy with magic power rings, which don't even work. Like, you might have seen my review of Matt Fraction's run on Iron Man. He has a mind control ring. Mind control! And he can't make a movie director make a good publicity movie about him. He can't make Tony Stark and Ezekiel Stane pay attention to him. His rings are shit! After the first few issues in which Mandarin ever fought Iron Man had worked out ways around all of the magical rings. Mandarin sucks in the comics, and I think he's done deliberately to suck. Second, you can't have the original Mandarin character, because the original Mandarin character is a racist, horrible caricature. Putting that in the movie would cause so much outrage. So you can't have that. You could say, but what about the suave businessman side of Mandarin that we see in the more recent years? You had that. His name was Aldrich Killian, and he said at the end, I am the Mandarin. There is no issue with the Mandarin in this movie. There are issues with other things, but if you're focusing on the Mandarin as your reason for not liking it, you're an idiot. You're just cranky because they tricked you in all the trailers. I thought that was brilliant. It was so very good on a meta level. They made people believe the Mandarin was going to be in this movie, and then they turned around to the whole world, all of the viewers who saw the trailers, what they did to the world in the movie, which was, yeah, by the way, this is the Mandarin. Well, this is an actor, not really a Mandarin. Lol, gotcha. That is clever. And it makes for a good twist in anything other than a fanboy movie. And that's another thing I want to talk about. This year, they revealed, DC and Warner Brothers revealed that their next movie is going to be Man of Steel 2, Batman vs. Superman. Why? Why is it going to be Batman fucking again? I'm so sick of Batman. The only reason Batman gets all this popularity is because of shitty fanboys who are like, oh, it's Batman, I want to have sex with him, I want him to stick a dick right up my mouth. Fuck Batman, I'm sick of seeing Batman. I don't have a problem with Batman, I have a problem with Batman's fans. Batman's fans are just disgusting. And Warner Brothers is pandering so hard to them right now. You know what Marvel's doing? Marvel's taking risks. Let's make a movie about Ant-Man, the character that no one knows, or Guardians of the Galaxy, who people know even less. Let's twist the Mandarin in our movies because we are liking taking risks. Why can't you do that, DC? I'd love to see an Aquaman movie, I'd love to see a Flash movie. I'd like to see not so much a Green Arrow movie, but give us more movies that aren't Batman, for God's sake. And make them good. Don't make them like Green Lantern was. Oh dear. That's my Iron Man 3 rant. That got a bit out of hand. Last two movies. Frozen. I loved Frozen. And I saw Frozen a few days ago. I'm actually going to go re-see Frozen in 3D today. Please do yourself a service and see Frozen. Frozen is so good. And it's beautifully stunning. I loved it. It's amazing. And everything I can say about Frozen, I've already said. So I'll leave that there. And the last movie that I really enjoyed this year, like, this is actually my top 1 movie of the year, was The World's End by Edgar Wright. The Nick Frost and Simon Pegg movie of the year was really good. It was just so clever. And I went into the movie with no idea of what was going to happen. I actually went in thinking, yeah, okay. I only went to see it because I was bored and I wanted to see a movie. So I went in to see it thinking, yeah, I've seen Shaun of the Dead. I like these guys. Let's see how it goes. So I did not know that there was anything to do with anything other than the Golden Mile in it. And when that happened, I enjoyed it so much. I loved that movie. I loved that movie so much. I wanted to rewatch it again, and I did. I wanted to buy it on DVD. I did not, but I probably will eventually. If you haven't seen The World's End, go see The World's End. Because it was good. It was really good. And yeah, those are my 5 movies that I quite enjoyed from 2013. Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Frozen, The World's End, and I guess The Hobbit, because I didn't see that many movies this year. I did see Gravity. I didn't enjoy Gravity. A lot of people did enjoy Gravity, but I think it's the same as a lot of people enjoying Avatar. It was visually stunning, yeah. The plot was kind of boring. After a while, you sort of give up on the main character, the only character, mind you, because they've given up on themselves. How are you, as an audience, supposed to care about them if they don't care about themselves? They killed off George Clooney really early. George Clooney was the best part of the movie, and then he's gone. And it was really ham-handed and obvious with its birth allegories, rebirth allegories. I did not enjoy Gravity. So if you did, I'm sorry, but I'm not you. So yeah, there's that. Comment question is, what did you think of movies this year? What were your favourites? Do you agree with anything I said? Do you disagree with what I've said? I know a lot of you will, because a lot of people hated Iron Man 3. Comment below. Like button, unlike button if you want. Subscribe button down there somewhere. Please do that. And I'll see you guys next time.